Caitlin Clark showed her true colors as savage comment on Christie Sides, overheard. Caitlin Clark appears thrilled to be playing under incoming Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White after the star guard was overheard complaining about Christie Sides' game plan. Caitlin Clark didn't mince words in her brutal assessment of Christie Sides' game plan while serving as head coach of the Indiana Fever. Back in October, the Fever announced that they had parted ways with Sides on the heels of the 2024 campaign, during which they went 20-20 and reached the WNBA postseason for the first time in 6 years. Indiana was quickly ousted from the playoffs by the Sun, however, falling to Connecticut in the first round via a 2-0 sweep. To replace Sides, the Fever brought in ex-Sun head coach Stephanie White, who over the last 2 seasons commanded Connecticut to a combined 55-25 record and back-to-back losses in the playoff semifinals. Prior to joining Indiana, where she spent a considerable amount of time both as a player and coach, the 2023 WNBA Coach of the Year had already made a lasting impression on Clark. While speaking with Time senior sports correspondent Sean Gregory for the magazine's 2024 Athlete of the Year feature, Clark conceded that White's game plan with the Sun was far better than Sides' scheme. When Stephanie White stopped by the shoot-around that I was at, I mentioned to Stephanie, "Caitlin really was impressed with your game plan. She told me earlier in the day," Gregory said while appearing on the Sports Media podcast. Caitlin said, "We never really had the best game plans back." According to Clark, Sides routinely drew up simple plays and expected her to take control in the game. Like, "Here's a ball screen, Caitlin. Figure it out," she explained. The blunt assessment took Gregory by surprise, as he couldn't believe that Clark was openly critiquing the work of her head coach. "I heard that, and I was like, wow. I'm sure Christie Sides doesn't love hearing that," he said. Though Clark was not always the biggest fan of Sides' game plans, the 22-year-old asserted that she played no role in the coach's firing. "I'm actually not the general manager of the team," Clark sarcastically noted. Crossout 2.0, supercharged. Insider. How Hitachi Digital Services transforms OT and IT challenges into opportunities. By Tabula. As for why the Fever decided to show Sides the door, President of Basketball Operations Kelly Krauskopf cited a desire to remain bold in the pursuit of a WNBA championship. "We are incredibly thankful to Coach Sides for embracing the challenge of leading us through an integral transition period over the last 2 seasons, while also positioning us well for future growth," Krauskopf said in an official statement. While decisions like these are never easy, it is also imperative that we remain bold and assertive in the pursuit of our goals, which include maximizing our talent and bringing another WNBA championship back to Indiana. Coach Sides was an incredible representative of the Fever and our community, and we wish her nothing but success in the future.